Okay, so to graph quadratic functions, we're going to use a t-table, and I'm already going to pick out the x values for you just to help you get a good picture of the quadratic. There will come a time where you'll pick out your own values, and when it comes to that, we'll talk about how to pick the best x values to get the best graph. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug these in, and what you really have to be careful about is just how you plug these numbers in. So what I like to do is I like to set up a template where these numbers will go. So it's going to go in for each x, and in the calculator, it's going to be really important that you use parentheses, especially with one type of problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the 2, and then everywhere I see an x, I'm going to put parentheses. So that would be 2, my x value I'm about to plug in, squared, plus 12. There's an x, so we put a parentheses, and there's my plus 20. So that is going to be the gist of it, and that is going to tell me exactly how I'm going to type it into the calculator. So my first x is -5. So I'm just going to put the -5s there, and I like to color code. Y'all know how I work there. So then we're just going to type that in. So 2 times -5 squared plus 12 times -5 plus 20. Now we could simplify this by hand, but that's not what we're working on right now. We're working on completing this t-table and graphing the quadratic. So that is going to be a y value of 10. So we're going to use Desmos to plot these. We could plot these by hand, but we're just going to use Desmos to save a little bit of time and to check our work. So -4 is going to be the exact same thing, except instead of a -5 in those parentheses, now we're going to put a -4. So what I could do, if you know how to copy and paste on your calculator, it will save you some time. So change that -5 to a 4. Just be careful doing that and make sure you don't delete out any negatives, or if you're changing a negative number to a positive number, you do delete out the negative. What I'm saying is be careful. So that's going to be a 4. All right, and I'm going to go a little bit quicker now. And I'm going to quit color coding if that's okay. I think we get the gist of it. Change those to 3s. Like so. We get 2. Now, -2. So this is going to be how you're going to show me your work. You're going to show me what you're typing in the calculator each time. So now change those to 2. Just a few shortcuts to save you some time. Well, that's interesting. Something pretty cool happened there. We'll talk about why here in just a second. And last but not least, you may even have a prediction about what this is going to be. So if you have a prediction in your mind, we'll see if you're right. And if you are, give yourself a nice pat on the back. Jump back up to 10. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go over here to Desmos. I'm going to put in a t-table. So -3, or I'm sorry, that was -5. -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. And then, so I have an extra one down here, but it's not going to hurt anything. So 10, 4, 2, 4, 10. All right. So do you notice it creates this? It looks like a V, but just bear with me. It's not a V shape. If you know anything about quadratics, it's not a V shape. But those are the points we graph. So we would connect those. So now what I'm going to do to check these points is I'm going to type in the original problem. So y equals 2x squared plus 12x plus 20. And do you see how that is graphed straight through all 5 of my points, and I can kind of maneuver my window around however I want to get the best picture of it. So what you want is you want this equation to go through those points. That's how you're going to check your work, and make sure you typed it in the calculator correctly and all that. And then you'll take a screenshot of this screen, you'll upload it to your assignment, and then of course you'll upload a picture of your T-table work.